All right. Can an outgoing president of the United States, just impeached by the House, pardon himself? The answer coming up.
Welcome to the Snake Pit.
All right. YouTube may ban this. I'm going to keep this as generic as possible, trying to keep some names out of it to keep this up for your information. In the past, I found all my Constitution vids, a lot of them get banned or whatever, even though I'm just speaking what's in here. This is one of my copies. I flip through it regularly. I don't have it memorized. I'm a layman reading this. I found something interesting in the U.S. Constitution on POTUS, which is President of the United States, pardon powers. All right. Article 2, the executive branch. This is found in Section 2, so it's really weird, the section that this is in, because, and I'll read this, it's not very long, I'll read this verbatim. All right, Section 2. The President shall be the Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy of the United States, comma, and the militia of several states, comma, when called into actual service of the United States, semicolon. I'm not going to get into it. Just says Army, Navy. There's no Air Force. There's no Space Force. That's another debate. Semicolon indicates to me a whole nother concept going on here. So now it says, he may require the opinion in writing, comma, of the principal officer of each of the executive departments, comma, upon any subject relating to the duties of their respective offices, comma. Here's where it gets interesting. Now we're about to find out the pardon powers. Why is it just a comma instead of a semicolon? I do not know. There's another one of those, it's like the Second Amendment type debate. So we start off with comma, and he shall have, of course it uses he. Oh, it uses he? Ooh. I haven't even thought about that. If we have a female president, does she have this power? That's a whole another debate. All right. And he shall have power to grant reprieves and pardons for offenses against the United States, comma. Here's where it gets really interesting with current times. Except in cases of impeachment. So, let's just say current president was impeached by the House, hasn't gone to trial in the Senate yet, has now, the transfer of power has happened. Could he have given himself a pardon for that impeachment on the last day? According to this, no. And he didn't. Followed the Constitution. Now, why he didn't give a pardon to Joe Exotic, the Tiger King, I don't know, because I really wanted another Netflix special, but that's just me. Pardon a lot of other people did some debatably worse things than Joe Exotic, but I'll just leave it at that. I find it very interesting, the wording of the Constitution here, where it's buried. Of course, there is a precedent set for pardoning federal crimes. And also, why would should a president that just left office have pardoned his family, who was very involved in political affairs? Well, I mean, if you're guilty, you're innocent. Oh, almost Freudian slip. I guess I don't know if it's Freudian slip, but you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, right? So if you haven't been convicted of a federal crime, can you pardon somebody? Not really the way I'm reading this. So it all makes sense on what has occurred here as far as a certain president not pardoning his family or himself on what has transpired here. So I will leave it at that, and let me know what you think down below. Boom.